friends, welcome back to another Coffee and Toastmas. It is day 2. I'm just getting ready to head off to work, so I'm going to make myself a coffee and open the Nespresso coffee advent calendar. And if you were here yesterday, day 1, I actually opened up box 24 because I knew it was going to be the mug, this mug. Today we're going to continue with box 2. So let's look for box 2. So box number 2. Oh, here, found it. Let's see. Okay, box number 2 is a espresso altissimo. I think I've had this one before and it's quite strong, so I'm going to leave it. Just gonna get my water. So I'm just gonna set this one aside because, yeah, it's just an espresso and it's way too strong for me. So I'm just going back to the one I usually have in the morning, which is the Weekend Collab Samsara. I think that's what it's called. It's usually what I have for breakfast. And I have my little thermos. I have just some heavy cream. We're fasting again on days that I go into the office. I usually fast until I get home. Watson's curious to know what's in door number 2 today for the jam because I didn't open it this morning, but we're just about to have dinner. So I'm gonna open it, but we're only gonna have it tomorrow morning for breakfast. So let's see. Okay. So day 2. That's very cute. Day 2, and it is in French as well, but I know what it says. It says, okay, let's get back to our jam. So here's our little jam, and it is figue à la cardamome, which is figs and cardamom. Excited. I love figs. I'm a big fan of figs. Watson, do you like figs?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll have it tomorrow morning with breakfast with our English muffins. Excited. Just making breakfast. It is Wednesday, December 3rd. We're going to open up the third door on the Bonne Maman advent calendar. We got some little bunnies, very cute. Trying not to ruin the boxes. Okay. We have Now, I think this means pears, so let me check. I gotta check Google to see what that means. Okay, I checked. It's plums with pears and star anisette. Watson is excited for this one. And yesterday's we didn't try. It was the figs and cardamom. Figs and cardamom. So we're gonna try both of them this morning. Okay, let's taste. This is the fig one from yesterday. I love figs. It's really good. And then this one is today's. Plums, pears with star anisette. Star anise. That's good too.
Good or great?
Good.
Which do you prefer?
I prefer the
Figs?
the figs because I love figs. Okay, so I'm going to try a little bit of the fig one, which I think is going to be my favorite. Has little pieces of fig in it, which I love. I love figs, so for me this is a great jam. So on the other side, I'm going to do the plum, pear, and anisette. Anisette, is that what you... Oh. Very good too. You can see there's like a little piece of plum in there. And you can't really taste, I think you taste the pear more than you taste the plum. But both, very good. For the Nespresso, I'm going to have later in the afternoon because right now we're having just French press coffee. Okay, it's lunchtime. I'm just making myself a quick lunch. I didn't have all of my English muffin for breakfast. I only had half of it, so I still have this half. And I just made some tuna salad to go on it. And I'm going to open up the Nespresso Advent calendar. So let's see what we're having. Okay, so number 3 today. Let's look for number 3. Oh, found it. All right, let's do this. Number 3. And Odazio, which I think it's a double espresso. No, it's a full coffee. I don't think I've ever had this one, so let's have it. We're gonna have it as a latte. So I think I'm gonna make it as a latte, and I'm gonna put some French vanilla, sugar-free French vanilla in it. I'm also gonna look it up just to see how strong the coffee is. Okay, so this is it. Whoops, toasted cereal and fruity, and it's a 7 intensity, which is fine for me. I've had 7s and I like them. So let's have that, and I'm gonna do it. Wonder if I should just make it, taste it, and then add the vanilla to it and see if I like it. I like doing just heavy cream, so I usually do 2 tablespoons. Let's do a taste test, just the coffee and the cream. Oh, I like it. It's a bit strong, like it has that very strong. I think almost like a double espresso strong taste, but it's good. I'm probably gonna add some of the French vanilla to it, just to give it a little bit of, I could also add some of the gingerbread to it. maybe I'll do that. No, I'm gonna go with the French vanilla. I'm gonna add French vanilla to the coffee. I'm gonna have a quick lunch and then back to work. Tonight we're making peanut butter blossoms because tomorrow my son is coming home from university just to have like a study break, and then he goes back for a week to do exams. So I wanna have a few cookies made for him and a few other things that I'm gonna make while he's here. Walk with Maggie is done. It was a short walk. She did not want to be outside. It was pretty cold out. We're gonna get started on our peanut butter blossoms. The dough needs to chill for an hour. I'm going to put the ingredients in the description. So you wanna mix your dry ingredients first, as always. So we're gonna put 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. And I don't know what's easier for you guys. Is it if I measure out the ingredients and tell you, or are you okay if I just add all the ingredients and then you see the recipe? Okay, so then we're also going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And I like using the Bob's Red Mill when I'm doing recipes. And this lasts like forever. And we're gonna need 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt or salt. Just regular salt. I'm using sea salt. And we're just gonna mix this up. Set it aside. You're gonna need room temperature butter. And room temperature butter, some people think that the butter needs to be extra soft. And actually you need your butter to be at 65 Fahrenheit. Yeah, 65 Fahrenheit. For it to, that's what room temperature butter is. Yeah, and this one is exactly at 65. If it's warmer than 65, it's just gonna melt the sugar and you're not gonna get the effect that you need for the cookie. I hope that makes sense. What I usually do is, like, our house is pretty cold, so you want a butter that's still like hard. Let me show you. So the butter is still, like, I'm really pressing on it. You don't want it to be super soft. And you also want your egg at room temperature. So we're gonna need 1/2 cup of butter. We're going to cream our butter and sugar. So I'm just gonna break this up a little bit. And we're going to add in our sugar. We're gonna need 1/2 cup of brown sugar and 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. So this is my 1/4 cup. So 1/4 cup of just white sugar, and then 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And we're gonna cream that at medium speed for about 5 minutes. So I'm just using my KitchenAid mixer. Start off slow. So halfway through, you just wanna scrape down the bowl. So can you see? It's like creamy. Sorry, the lighting isn't good. Let's try this way. Yes. So it should look like this. So now we're gonna mix in the egg and beat until combined. And I like to stop it midway through and just get the sides. So now that it's combined, I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm gonna add in 3/4 cups of peanut butter. So before I add in the peanut butter, I'm gonna just scrape down the sides again. And I like to weigh out my peanut butter. It just makes it a bit easier than having to measure out 3/4 cups. So we're gonna mix it up until it's well combined. Now it is very creamy. See how creamy it is? We're ready to add in our flour, and we're just gonna go super slow and just until it's combined. Okay, so now we're gonna chill it for about an hour. So it's 5 o'clock, it's exactly 5 o'clock. So at 6 o'clock we can start with our cookies. The dough can be like this in the fridge for up to 3 days. So it's great to like prep ahead, and then you can make the cookies when you need to. I also want to mention that when I'm making any kind of peanut butter cookie, I like to use the Jif creamy peanut butter or like Kraft peanut butter, not the natural kind. The natural peanut butter will give you more of a crumbly cookie, whereas I find the Jif will... you just get a better cookie, a better peanut butter cookie. So that's what I like to use. So I'm gonna cover, put it in the fridge for an hour, and then we'll come and finish up the cookies. Okay, so it's been an hour. And in here I have 1/2 cup of sugar. We're gonna roll the cookies, the dough in. We're gonna roll the cookie in the sugar and then put it on our cookie sheet. I also have about 20 Hershey Kisses. I'm not sure how many cookies we'll get, that we're gonna put on the cookie after it comes out of the oven. So you need about a heaping tablespoon of cookie dough. And we're just gonna roll into a little ball. This would go much faster if you had like a cookie scoop. And then just on your tray, like so. And we're gonna do that. And you can tell like it's not sticky at all. So about a heaping tablespoon. And just roll it. Roll it in the sugar. Okay, first sheet is ready to go in the oven. We're gonna go for about 11 to 13 minutes. As soon as they start cracking on the top, they're good to come out. You also wanna have another cookie sheet ready because we're gonna let them cool for 5 minutes and then put the chocolate, the Hershey Kiss on top, and it's gonna go in the freezer for 10 minutes so the chocolate doesn't melt. All right, so in the oven at 350 for 11 to 13 minutes. Cookies are out of the oven. See what I mean by you need them to crack? So now we're gonna let them cool on the cookie sheet for 5 minutes. And then once the 5 minutes are up, we're gonna press in the Hershey Kiss. And we're gonna transfer them to a baking sheet that I'm gonna put in the freezer for 10 minutes. So here is my other cookie sheet. And get my spatula to transfer them over. So we're just waiting 5 minutes on those. And I tried to find the Hershey Kisses with the sugar cookie, but I couldn't find them. All they had was the milk chocolate, so that's what I got. I think the sugar cookie would be really good. I also have candy cane Hershey's, so I thought about that, but then I wasn't sure, like peanut butter and candy cane, so I just went with the milk chocolate. 5 minutes are up. Let's put our Hershey Kisses on the cookies.
Show you, but somehow felt I wanna have someone to hold. Walking through the falling snow. I've been trying to tell you in every way, but now I'll get it done. I'm not going away and right around the mistletoe.
Okay, so here are our cookies. Don't they look beautiful? Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you make the cookies. And I'll see you again on Friday for day 4 and 5 of Coffee and Toastmas. Have a good night.
Christmas lights are on.